What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nuclear Athlete back at it for another video. Yes, sir, we are back. Sorry I took about a 3 week long break. I was just getting ready to start school again, and I just wanted to spend some time to take care of myself and to watch some football and watch some basketball. But we're back. We're going to get back into videos, and we're going to look forward to continue to grow our channel. So, without further ado, let's dive right in. To start off this video, I want to start by talking about some NFL playoffs. As you all know, this Sunday, NFC and AFC championship games. The AFC Bills versus the Chiefs, and of course the NFC is the Packers versus the Buccaneers. My opinion on how these games are going to go down this week, I project that the Bills are going to beat Chiefs, and I pray that the Buccaneers beat the Packers. Although I feel like for the Packers Bucks game, Packers are going to come out on top just because it's the Packers and the season seems to be their season. That's about it, really. Um, but the reason why I believe that the Bills are going to be able to beat the Chiefs, you look at Josh Allen, you look at Stephon Diggs. There's something about that team that's just making them soar above all the other teams in the NFL right now in the AFC. So I feel like they have a chance to be able to beat Patrick Mahomes, who's not going to be 100%. He is coming off of his injury, but I just don't think he'll be able 100%. Some other news that happened today. Gary Kubiak of the Minnesota Vikings, the offensive coordinator, announced his retirement today. So what does that mean for Viking fans? We will be looking for our sixth, yes, that's right, sixth offensive coordinator in the last 6 years. We've had Norv Turner, we've had Pat Shurmur, we had John DeFilippo, we had Pat Shurmur, and then we had Gary Kubiak, and Kevin Stefanski, who is now the head coach of the Browns. Can't forget about Kevin Stefanski. So, yeah, our sixth offensive coordinator. Now, who do I think it'll be? Personally, I want it to be Anthony Lynn. For you guys who don't know who Anthony Lynn is, Anthony Lynn was the head coach of not only the San Diego Chargers but also the Los Angeles Chargers. Just got fired this offseason. He and Zimmer are pretty good friends. They ran similar schemes, so I think it would be a really good transition over for the Vikings to pick up Anthony Lynn. Another good offensive coordinator that I can see the Vikings going after is Hugh Jackson. He was the Bengals head coach a while back, was fired, and he and Zimmer shared some time together as coaches, so I could easily see him coming up. But leave some comments below who you think the Vikings should go after as their offensive coordinator. Also, yesterday, big quarterback announced his retirement, if you guys didn't know who it was, and that is Philip Rivers. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Philip Rivers, who is known as to be one of the kindest trash talkers out there, is hanging up his cleats for good. Spent 16 years with the Chargers, and of course this year with the Colts, led them to the playoffs. And it'll be interesting to see what the Colts do with their quarterbacks. They still have Jacoby Brissett, who they can re-sign this offseason as he's going to be an unrestricted free agent, or will they go in the draft and draft a quarterback? That is yet to be seen. Some other NFL news. Of course, we know that Drew Brees is retiring. At least that's the rumors going on out there right now. Jake Glazer reported that during that game between the Buccaneers. So, rip to a legend. I wouldn't say rip to a legend, but what a legend that'll be hanging up his cleats for good. Who spent pretty much his entire season, besides a couple years, with the Saints, and has revolutionized the way we play the game of football. So, shout out to Drew Brees. Man, he's had it rough in the playoffs the last few years, let's be honest, but all the best of luck to him as he goes into retirement. My big focus of today is I want to talk about the NBA. As you guys know, we are now 13 games, maybe 14 games into the NBA season. I'm going to pull up the standings real quick. So let's get into that. Right now, standing atop of the Eastern Conference is the 76ers at a 10-5 record, followed up by the Bucks 9-5, and everybody else doesn't really matter. Actually, the Nets are at a 5 spot, and they are 9-7, which I don't know why they're 9-7. I don't know why the Pacers are in front of them, but they're 8-6. Celtics are 8-5. I think it's just because of the games they've played. I'm guessing. Um, but let's take a look at the West. For the West, Clippers are at the top at 11-4, tied again with the Lakers 11-4. Jazz are 10-4. Suns are 8-5. Warriors 8-6. 8-6 Blazers, and my Minnesota Timberwolves are at the very bottom at a 3-10 record. Um, so I want to talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves real quickly, because I have a lot to talk about with them. Yeah, they're at a 3-10 record, followed by the Rockets with a 4-9 record. Now, the Minnesota Timberwolves started off the season with a lot of high hopes. Number one pick, Anthony Edwards, was drafted by the Minnesota Timberwolves, as well as Jaden McDaniels, and those were our two big rookies this year. We also traded to get back Ricky Rubio in a deal that sent a couple players out of Minnesota to pick up Ricky Rubio. Going into the season, Minnesota started 2-0, taking a win over the Jazz with their first game of the season, won their second game. But then Karl-Anthony Towns went out with an injury. And ever since then, it's been a pretty down season. Now, can we blame injuries? Yes. Karl-Anthony Towns hasn't played a whole lot of games this season, and the games he has played, we've pretty much come out with a victory or real close. But what does that mean for the rest of the roster? Well, that means that the rest of this roster cannot function without Karl-Anthony Towns in the lineup. D'Angelo Russell has one of the worst plus-minus ratings in the NBA, and Ricky Rubio has been terrible. Our power forwards are the weakest positions on our team, with Juancho Hernangomez averaging about 5 points a game, Jake Layman averaging like 2, and I don't even know who else we have at power forward. Oh, we have Jared Vanderbilt, who's averaging probably about 8 points a game right now, who honestly is supposed to be our third string, but is playing like our starter. So what do the Timberwolves need to do to win more games? Well, it's pretty simple. They need to make trades. Now, we played the Magic yesterday, and we lost by a buzzer beater by rookie Cole Anthony. Um, I have my own opinions on that that I won't get into this video, but there's something that needs to happen. Now, there's a couple rumors out there that Timberwolves could be trading for Houston Rockets power forward, PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker is a 35-year-old power forward, has played with the Rockets for most of his career. Now, would that add veteran depth to our roster? Absolutely. Our oldest veteran right now is Ed Davis, who was on the Jazz last year. He's kind of being our leader, and Ricky Rubio are our two big veterans. But they don't bring a whole lot to the defensive side of the ball. Ricky Rubio does not bring a lot of defense as he's a smaller guard, and Ed Davis really only gets rebounds, doesn't really get a lot of blocks, and doesn't get a lot of steals. Power forward wise, our best defender is Jared Vanderbilt. Not saying a lot. Best small forward defensive wise is Josh Okogie, who is actually the best defender on our roster right now. In the shooting guard position, it has to go to Anthony Edwards, and then of course our point guards, we have none. Our point guards are not good defenders. So what do we need to pick up a defensive player? Yes. Should it be PJ Tucker? Maybe. Again, PJ Tucker averaging 5 points a game this season with 5 rebounds, but he's having an off year with the Rockets. You can blame the fact that they're not really utilizing him well, but also he's a veteran. He should know how to handle these things. So how do the Timberwolves fix their 3-10 season? Well, as I mentioned, make some trades. Get rid of some of the dead weight that's on a roster that's not doing very well, who are not earning their playing minutes, and let's bring in some guys who can play basketball. We really need to do a lot of trading due to the fact that we have no first-round pick this year. If you guys don't remember, we traded our first-round pick to pick up D'Angelo Russell at the trade deadline last year, along with Andrew Wiggins. So the Timberwolves are without a first-round pick this year in a pretty strong draft class. How do we get a draft pick? Well, we're going to have to give up some good players. Now, there's not a lot of players we can realistically trade without it hitting our cap space too bad. As we just re-signed Malik Beasley and Juancho Hernangomez. Now, Juancho Hernan-Gomez would be probably one of the first players to go. He's got a decent sized contract, decently young, and decently affordable. So he's got to be the first one to go. He's not playing very well this season. He's definitely not worth the money we just paid him. Second player that's got to go, it's got to be Jake Layman. Small forward / power forward, came from us from the Blazers last year. He's got to go. He's not playing well at all. Now, who should the Timberwolves target besides PJ Tucker? Well, there's one big player out there that the Timberwolves and a lot of NBA teams could be going after, and that's Marvin Bagley III from the Sacramento Kings. Marvin Bagley III, really good center for the Kings right now, but he's getting underutilized with Richaun Holmes being in that roster. Granted, he's on a low contract, so we would have to re-sign him in a couple years. But I think it's worth the risk that the Timberwolves try and trade for Marvin Bagley. Second player that the Timberwolves have been connected to for quite a while is Aaron Gordon. There's talk that we would try and trade for Aaron Gordon during the draft, get rid of our first round pick and send it to the Magic for Aaron Gordon, but that fell through, and we ended up taking Anthony Edwards. Aaron Gordon is really well known for the dunk contest against him and Zach LaVine, and of course getting snubbed last year against Derrick Jones Jr. But he brings some good things to the table. Really good finisher, good rebounder, good defender. Would fit well with Cat age-wise. He's on an expiring contract as well, so watch for that one to see if something could happen there. As you notice, I'm talking a lot about the power forward position because that's our weakest spot, so I think that's really where we need to take a look at where to go. One more pick that I think the Timberwolves need to try and do this year is trade. Like I keep saying, is trade for a power forward. Two I have are, of course, Marvin Bagley III, and of course our Aaron Gordon and PJ Tucker. Leave some comments below on who you think Timberwolves should try and trade for. And I got one more NBA story I want to talk about, and that's the big trade that just went down this last week. As you know, James Harden finally got his way out of the Rockets, and he went to the Nets in a big 4-team trade that sent Victor Oladipo to the Rockets, Caris LeVert to the Pacers, yes, and a few other pieces here and there that aren't really big pieces to move. Besides probably one of them being Jared Allen was sent to the Cavaliers. But Brooklyn has its big three. So watch for them to dominate the East. Even though last night they did lose to the Bulls. Or not to the Bulls, excuse me. I'm thinking of Colin Sexton, a.k.a. Young Bull. But they lost to the Cleveland Cavaliers at home. Or no, in Cleveland. So watch how that team in the East does. Finally, I want to talk real quick about upload schedules. You guys know I promised you that I would try and put out a video a week, and I didn't do that. I'm very sorry for that one, and I'm going to try and really upload once a week. I just got a new desk. Going to be getting myself a monitor. I'll probably be looking to getting that face cam, and so hopefully I will be able to record better videos with a better camera and try and make some actual gameplay videos. So look forward to that. I know I've promised it for a while now, and I just don't have the funds right now. So watch out for that coming up in the next few months, and we'll see where this channel goes from there. Another thing, tomorrow morning, I'm going to try and do my first ever live vlog. I'm going to go to the Winona YMCA workout, play some basketball. I'm going to try and vlog as much of that as I can that I can legally do and realistically do. So I'll probably be vlogging my drive there, my morning routine, my way back, what I do afterwards. I'm going to try and vlog my day tomorrow. We're going to see how it goes. It'll be on my Instagram. You guys know what my Instagram is. I will probably be doing it on my main one since I don't have enough followers on my other one yet to really get it going. If you want to go follow my new Instagram, it is at Nuclear Athlete. I believe it's at nuclear_athlete or just at nuclear athlete. Please go follow it so I can get those followers up. I can start vlogging stuff on there. I can start doing Instagram lives on there. But more than likely, um, it will be on my main Instagram page. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. Hope you guys did enjoy that one. I know it's kind of random. Wasn't a whole lot of like structure to it, but I'm just trying to get back into uploading again. So I hope you guys understand that. And again, tune in tomorrow. I want to say about 8 o'clock, 8:30. Tune into my Instagram live. I know realistically for a lot of you guys at school, you won't be able to watch it, but for those of you who have the day off tomorrow, those of you who are at home and can watch it, really appreciate it if you guys could tune in so I can give that thing a shot. So once again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Subscribers really help me continue to grow my brand. And I'll see you guys next time.